captures from yesterday of a storm that came through. And here is the info line for it, August 20th, 2022, you can see. And there's some of these that are actual real-time capture. And there was a dragonfly right there. Come right back in through again. I'm backing up. I'm going frame by frame here. It was pretty cool. It looked like it was another one of those black saddlebags. I could definitely see how um, people in the research and development industry would find these, as attractive little subjects. And I did pull out some frames and I'll look at them a little bit closer. But with some of the technology I've seen that they can do with computers and transceivers and radios and things, hey, it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't have like some of these things, laced with some type of an equipment of some kind, whether it's surveillance or, malicious or just for recon or whatever, I could see how they would find them appealing. They certainly are fascinating. Yeah, I can get the magnifier out. Yeah. I mean, how hard would it be for them to really, like, just lace up a really lightweight carbon fiber type of a vest so and equip some of these things with a small little carbon fiber vest capable of, with like a parabolic mic system even where they could hear people talking inside their houses or whatever. I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. It does this like really cool maneuver right in through here. Yeah. A lot of the drone technology is patterned off of these things, so structure right here was moving through. There were some pretty interesting things that were going on down in the clouds if you look closer at it. And like I said, there's a series of, I think, 5 videos here. This is another live capture here. And I did like a little zoom screen capture of this particular area right here, showing what looks like smaller objects kind of darting out, kind of flying out of this area. And as the storm system progressed over us, eventually what we ended up with, there's a time lapse. There's another short real time capture. There was a lot of interesting stuff going on right here as this cloud structure moving in from the south west. And what it finally brought in was this right here in this time lapse. And look right down here in this bottom left corner, you'll see just this cloud just open up, bleh, just dump out right there. It just looks like a bunch of yucky cloud vomit and just spewing out of this dark cloud. And I find that really curious because the captures prior to this time lapse that I had set, you see there's a lot of stuff that's happening right here in particular prior to this cloud right here just going blah, right there, just blah. It's like cloud seeding vomit right there. Not only right there in this part in the forefront of the capture, but if you watch on the lower horizon here, just over the Black Mountain foothills, you'll see where it just spews out more. Just gets so heavy it just starts just dumping out sheets. Yeah, right there you can see it begins to dump out right there. I go frame by frame, you can see a little bit slower view. But I thought that was kind of curious because in these other videos here, let me go back to one of the first ones. No, that was from the other day, yeah. You can kind of watch through the series of captures. There's the dragonfly. It was pretty cool to see it again. As this is moving through and building up, it's like kind of pulsing a little bit too. And I have a screen grab and a screen capture of that effect as well to kind of show and show you how it's kind of pulsing. It's not really just sitting up there holding up, moisture and gathering up moisture, but it seems to be kind of pulsating as well. And let's see, let's go. Here's this. If they were going to be doing any kind of cloud seeding activities, that's kind of how they do it. They will inject these like chemical bombs. I don't know how else to say it. They're like little chemical bombs that they can just inject right into the atmosphere and they'll explode. And they're small. Some of them are, pretty. I mean, the size of like a marble. And that's really all that they need because they can pack so much into these in concentrated forms of this aluminum and barium and strontium and all that. And then just, poof. And that's kind of what it looks like as this gets a little bit darker. You'll see as the videos progress through the captures, there's more of that type of activity where it looks like there's something flitting in and out of these. And I'll show the close-up views of that. In particular, right in this area where eventually it just ends up just blah. just getting so heavy and just laden with these heavy chemicals being injected into it. And yeah, this one here too. There's an interesting thing that occurs right down in this area here. As this steps forward, you can kind of see where it looks like something right there just blasts out of it. And just something just blasts right through it right there. And it had to, I don't know, it would have had to have been pretty high up in the atmosphere and off in the distance. And it just, blah, right there. Just lacing this whole system with some heavy, heavy stuff. Which I find is curious too, because now here it is the next day, and the news was giving us another warning on our ozone and our particulate dangers in this area. So it's no wonder after seeing what this thing just vomited out on us the other day. And yet another one here, a regular time capture, it shows more activity more up in this area here, just above it, where it gets darker. And yet it almost looks like there's something that kind of shoots through, and you can kind of see the shadow of it through there. Through, and you can kind of see the shadow of it through there in the upper atmosphere. So, and right there you can kind of see where it's beginning to form its own little dense structure just above this other darker structure down below, influencing it. Yeah. And then let's see, is this the, yeah, that's the last one in the series. It just ultimately shows this whole cloud structure here that in the previous frames and captures, just a lot of interesting activity, and then it just blah right there, just cloud seeding vomit. It just finally had enough. It couldn't hold any more, and it just blah. It just opened right up. And then again, right here, and then off in the distance, you can see where it just opened up even more. Just dumped out buckets and poured it right down. And then, would you have known after watching what you just watched that there was a sun shining up here in this area? The sun was up here that whole time that we were just previewing that video. And lo and behold, there it is. There was a sun up there the whole time that we were reviewing that little short clip. And there it is, heading off to the northwest. Yeah, it starts out like this. You see there's light up there, but yeah, that part in the beginning though, it's just like bleh, cloud seeding vomit right there. Let's see if I can get this one bigger. Because I think this is the one that shows, like, it does like this weird square pixelization down in there. Oh, is it going to play? There it goes. Yeah, right here. You'll see like a pixelization, a square box up here. Yeah, right there. And then like a blast cone. It's almost like there's a blast cone where it like widens out, it spreads. It starts out really small right here, and then it spreads. And then you get that little square pixelization. Yeah. Anyway, that was from yesterday's series of videos, and I'll get this full run of this video series uploaded. You can see what led up to this ultimately. Dumping out a bunch of crap on us here in Henderson. Well, wait a minute, because when I did an upload, now they call these something else. This area here is now known as Henderson Southwest Extreme Triangle, United States. That's the title that it gave these videos when I uploaded them from the other day from the iPad. So we're at Henderson Southwest Extreme Triangle, United States. How special is that? All right. Heads up, folks. Stay mindful and please stay tuned. Thanks for watching.